if you ever had Thai food, you probably had pad Thai before. It's also the national dish of Thailand. But what does the national dish really mean? Hi guys, welcome back. This is Evelyn. Today we're going to talk about pad Thai. It's the noodle that is most famous and unique with the flavor combination of sweet, sour, and salty. So pad Thai was created during the 1930s when Siam changed into becoming Thailand. Pad Thai was the dish that was the birth because during that time there was a shortage on rice itself. That's why they created this noodle. With the amount of rice, it can make into more noodles. The first time when I had pad Thai is in Singapore. When I was growing up, it was the instant noodle version and I really liked it because it was the only instant noodle had this kind of rice and I felt it was special in that way. After living here in Thailand for 7 years, I've tasted many versions. There are the tamarind forward ones, there are the soy sauce forward ones, and until recently I managed to try thinking it may be the OG pad Thai, whereby because it's a 4th generation and it was a vinegar based pad Thai. But so far I haven't managed to try any sriracha versions. If you know of any place, hit me on my comment, let me know. I'll go searching for it, or I don't know even if it exists. What pad Thai for me, when I look, standing back looking at her whole, it feels like it's abundance because as you can see, there's a lot of ingredients in one dish itself. In a way, having so many produced in a dish, it shows like there's a diversity in the country itself, even though it was made up of during shortage of rice the last time. But today I'm gonna show you of my version that I like, where I picked up the nuances of the different kind of versions that I like and pick up different lessons that I learned watching people cook. Let's get into the MEP and we'll start cooking. We're gonna start off with the tamarind. How we're gonna make the tamarind is that if you can't find the tamarind paste yet and you only can find the original form of tamarind, so we'll have 100 grams, 300 ml of water and let it boil for about 5 minutes. Instead, I know that you guys, they do sell the paste form. I'm gonna add some links underneath for you to look at, to buy, to make your life easier. So after the tamarind has boiled about 3 to 5 minutes, when the consistency turn into like a jam, that's where you can sieve it. Scoop the ones underneath here. It looks watery, but once it's cooled down, it will be thickened again, and that's where you get the pure tamarind paste. My first pad Thai was a tamarind base, so I feel that a real pad Thai would be tamarind base. You get what I mean? The sour of tamarind is different from a lime or lemon. It's not sharp, punchy, but it's like a slight tang with a bit of a body to it. I prefer to have shrimp or prawns with shell because I'm gonna show you ways where you can extract more flavors into a dish. But if you are using frozen, it's totally fine as well. So I just give a little pinch here and it just boop. And then the head, I'll just separate it. So that's the shell. And then to clean the vein, we just gotta slide through it and then remove that thing. I'm gonna make shrimp oil because this is gonna be used for the pad Thai, so probably about a 1/4 cup. I'm using the prawn shells to make into the prawn oil. Firstly, because I'm a firm believer of fighting food waste, and this is actually a treasure. Coincidentally, the 4th generation pad Thai, one of their recipe of pad Thai is they use the prawn shell and made it into oil as well. We're gonna infuse it, just let it color. Time when you have a lot of shrimp, just keep them in the freezer, and after that when you have a big batch, just make shrimp oil and use it in your seafood based dishes, so you add an extra flavor upon your dish and there's no food waste. So the next one we are gonna do is chop the dried shrimp. These have been refreshed, meaning it's been rinsed and soaked in the water to soften it up. It's umami, shrimpy, stir fry with greens. Oh my god, so good. The tofu is, I cut it into rectangular shapes in a way because if you look at the noodle, it's this shape. So when you take a chopstick, it's gonna hold like that. And then we'll cut the chives about 1 inch. This part, the base, usually we use it as a decor at the end of the dish. In a pad thai dish, they'll put it nicely as a raw component in Thailand. Then this one, we'll just cut it 1 inch. 1 inch.
1 inch by the way.
Is it? How much is this? Where's the ruler? 2.5 inch. Oops. The bean sprouts has been cleaned. Shallots. The garlic will be just chop, chop, chop. So the sauce is made up of tamarind, fish sauce, and sugar. I like mine more tamarind forward but less sweet. This is palm sugar. You can use coconut sugar. You can even use monk fruit sugar. You can use neutral kind of sugar. Powderize it so that when we blend, it's easier. Fish sauce and tamarind. Mix it. And then the noodles have been refreshed in water. It shouldn't be like super hard. It shouldn't be like super limpy, but just like that. This is how I usually set up when I do stir fries. Is I put a system so I'll know, okay, this goes first, this goes in second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So we sear the prawn first. Don't move it, let it caramelize a little browning. So these are fast. So we're gonna brown the tofu. So we want it a bit of a light golden color. So add more of the oil first, prawn oil, and then the dried shrimp. And then you smell more aroma. You have to cook it out though, if not it will have that funky smell of the shrimp. Add the shallot, sweet radish together. So the sweet radish, it is quite, for me, crucial in a pad thai dish. Don't worry that you will only be using this for pad thai because I can show you more videos about how to cook about it. Let me know if you are interested in it, to how to cook other dishes with preserved vegetables in the comment. It really smells pad thai-ish without the sauce. Then we'll add the garlic last. Finish up the shrimp oil. Go low. This is one of the tricks that I saw from watching the pad thai lady cook, because I did a few variations before this. I tend to have the tendency to break the noodle. So when we went to this one, it was like a eureka! She was cooking it on low heat. So we're gonna add the noodles in. When it comes to the saucing, this is another step. Don't pour all at once, but do it by ladle. So it won't get soggy and break up everything as well. See, once it absorbs, and then you put another. So we always feel that like when you do stir fry, you have to be like quick, but this is not the case. Then after that, we'll add the eggs. Turn on a little higher. So let it set a little before you stir frying everything together. If not, the noodles is just going to be coated with the eggs and then it's just going to be a soggy. Okay, once the egg has set like that, mix it. And we add the bean sprout and chives. The bean sprouts are actually really nice in a way whereby once you add it in, it's almost like you toss it, but you don't cook it anymore. I like to retain the rawness so that when you bite between each bite, it has that brightness of the vegetable. Just turn off the heat now. So the residual heat will continue cooking the bean sprout. And don't forget the shrimp. And just give a good toss. It's ready cooked, so. The million-dollar question is, pad thai still a national dish? For me, the symbolism of pad thai has shown me the spirit of Thai people, of what they can do with what they had at the moment with so little. They are able to showcase on a plate that is filled with abundance, and it tells you about the spirit and creative spin of Thai people itself. It was the people of Thailand, the craftsmen and everything, they have a lot of artistic expression. You can see the creativity and the spirit of the people right there. Even though it's not a dish that Thai people order as much, but I feel it represents the spirit really well. So there you go, Thai national dish, pad thai. So we're gonna squeeze the lemon. The reason that I didn't have the peanut cooked together is because I feel that it doesn't do anything to the dish, noodle itself, and also it's also good to have it on the side in case of people having food allergy. Tamarind forward, soy sauce comes in next, and then at the back is just the little bit of the chili flakes that is inside, but I think it's not so sweet, which I like. Hope you like today's lesson. Please like and subscribe and give me comments if you have done it. Write to me, and I hope you'll make this soon. See ya!